123.8704. So how about x? How about x? So come and divide this by 1.35. So then at the end of the day, I'm getting 17.68 units. 17.68 units. I'm so sure someone else would have decided to use a different format like distributing this inside there, doing whatever, fine. In mathematics, that is allowed. In mathematics, normally there are so many ways you can use to kill a dog. So long as at the end of the day, we get the same answer. This answer is correct. It cannot be called sensitivity analysis unless it ends at a percentage. Unless it ends at a percentage. Unless it ends at a percentage. So ladies and gentlemen, you'll come straight away here and give us the percentage change. Percentage change. So percentage adverse change, percentage adverse change will be equal to new minus old divided by old times 100. New minus old divided by old times 100. Times 100. New volume minus the old volume divided by the old volume. What is the new volume? The new volume is 17.68. The new volume is 17.68. Minus the old volume. In that equation of ours, the old volume, ladies and gentlemen, the old volume is supposed to be 20. Divide this by 20 times 100. So could you kindly give me that percentage adverse change? Give me that percentage adverse change. Give me the percentage adverse change. 11 points. Is that coming from one student or many of them? Only one. Many of them. Several. So 11.59%. 11.59%. Quite sensitive. But remember, once you say adverse, please don't put a negative. Don't put a negative here. Don't put a negative there. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if I give you this kind of a question and exam, and then you follow the method that I've just shown you, it shows that you don't know finance. A person who knows some good level of finance will be able to do this question using method number 2. Using method 2. Or you guys, are you too comfortable with method 1? You don't want to learn any other method? Can I teach you another method? I'm getting them. What's a way of getting feedback? They're saying, well, we are comfortable with method 1. We don't want to know many methods. Others are saying no, eh? Saying no. But if this one is called no. Let us see the second method. I guarantee you, the second method is great because it is very short and you will be guaranteed of getting it correct from the word go. Correct from the word go. So mention there method 2. Method 2. Method 2. Sensitivity analysis. Sensitivity analysis. Sensitivity analysis of sales volume. Of sales volume. Sensitivity analysis of sales volume. Of sales volume. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we start by saying there that sales volume affects the total contribution. Affects the total contribution. In the profits equation. In the profits equation, sales volume affects the total contribution in the profits equation. What do you mean, Mwalimu, by this? Just something very simple. What I have here is that my profit, ladies and gentlemen, here will be given by CMX minus who? Minus fixed costs. CMX minus fixed cost. Meaning that this, in this profits equation, this total, or rather number of units sold, can only affect our total contribution. I want to repeat this again. We are saying that sales volume affects the total contribution in the profit what year equation. And therefore, our profit will be equal to total contribution minus the firm's fixed cost. Minus the firm's fixed cost. Minus the firm's fixed costs. Profit equals total contribution minus the firm's fixed cost, and the volume, which is our X here, only affects total contribution. Then the first thing that we need to do is to come and find out the total, so determine here the total contribution. Come and determine the total contribution. How do we get this? It is CMX. And we know that CM is price minus variable times number of units. Price minus variable times number of units. Right? So have they given us the selling price? Oh yes, they gave us a figure of 3. Do we have a variable cost? Yes, they gave us a figure of 1.65. Do we have number of units yet to be sold? Oh yes, so we have 20 there. So could you kindly give me the total contribution, you great students of mine, top of 3 minus 1.65 times 20 times 20, then that will give us what figure at the end of the day? So we have here 3 minus 1.65, 3 minus 1.65 equals times 20, which at the end of the day will give me what figure? Somebody here will give me 27. Thank you, and thank you very much. Now, having gotten this 27 contribution, what I need to do is to ask myself, am I going to get this contribution only once, or it will be many times? Because the sales given here is an annual figure. So then come and discount. So next step, discount the contributions, discount the total contribution. The total contribution. Discount the total contribution. And remember, this is a per annum figure every year. So it will be 27 times PV-FA. It will be 27 times what year? Times PV-FA. 27 times PV-FA of 12%. How many years? 5 years. Fortunately, we have this figure. So it will be 27 times PV-FA of 3.6048. So can somebody give me this figure? 27 times 3.6048. This figure will give us what amount, ladies and gentlemen?
97.3.
97.3. So I'm being told that these will give us 97.3. 97.3. Now, ladies and gentlemen, having gotten these as the discounted contribution, then the percentage change of sales volume, percentage change of sales volume will be equal to percentage change of our NPV due to changes in volumes will be equal to the net present value all over the discounted, contribution, times, of course, 100, times 100 here, times 100, times 100. So, ladies and gentlemen, the net present value will be equal. Remember, we had computed net present value of this project earlier on up there, and we got some 11 point something. 11 point what? We got NPV of 11 something. Is there anybody who is able to remind us that net present value? 11.6. 11.6. So I'll come on top of 11.6 divided by this discounted 97.3, and then we get 100. If we are correct, whatever figure we'll get here will be the same figure like the one we got using the other method. That. You've changed the answer. 11.2816. So if you are correct, once you take this quotient times 100, whatever answer we got earlier on is the same answer we shall get here. Right on the dot, save for rounding off errors. What are we getting? 11.59. So method 2 gives us 11.59%. How about the other method, method 1? Method 1 gave us what percentage? The same. So what do you think of this second method? Is it something that we can resolve that from today for sensitivity analysis of this nature, we shall be using this second method, or we say we don't want this second new method? Do you think it's a method that I should take some time to really ensure that everyone of us understands it? Or do you want us to go back to the equations? I'm waiting to get feedback. So method 1 or method 2? Both of them are preferring, so meaning that we should now go to Roman 2 and use method 2 for Roman 2. Method 2 for Roman 2. Go to Roman 2. Roman 2, what do they want us to use, ladies and gentlemen? Roman 2, what do they want us to do? Roman 2. Roman 2. Ladies and gentlemen, for the number of years that I've taught this AFM, I know what brings problems to very many students. Once you have students trying to solve these equations, they're normally not very good things for majority of students. You may think it's basic, but trust you me, that body mass thing brings issues. And that is why if you want to survive very well, let's be working with method 2 always. It's a super method. It is a super method. It is a super method. So we have here number 2. Number 2, what do they want us to do? Number 2, they want us, ladies and gentlemen, if you have that question there, they want us to evaluate the sensitivity of the project to the following changes. Number 2, sales price. Sales price. So for sales price, I'll not come and start saying let the sales price be X. My only technical thing that I need to know is where does this sales price affect in the profits equation? Where do we get this sales price affecting us directly? Ladies and gentlemen, sales price affects total sales revenue in the profit equation. In the profit equation, we have a sales price affects only total sales. That is why you normally tell us, ladies and gentlemen, that the revenue equals price times what here? Quantity. So we are saying that this selling price is basically a factor here, is a factor there. So you simply cram that sales price affects total sales, meaning that at the end of the day, what you're required to get here is you to come and give us total sales or total revenue. So our total sales will be price times what here, somebody? Will be price times quantity. Our total sales will be price times quantity. Can somebody talk to me this afternoon? What is the selling price? What is the selling price that we should use? The selling price has been given in the question. The selling price has been given in the question. Please, I request my alumni to go to those WhatsApp groups and social people have issues. And the one thing I came to discover with this camera is that you can't teach and concentrate on another thing. Yeah, this is quite engaging. Yeah, quite engaging. So price, what do we have here? Somebody, a figure of 3. Our quantity, X stands for quantity. We're going to sell 20. Then this gives us what here, somebody? 60. Right? Once it gives us 60, then I'll ask myself, is this figure a one-off? Because you know, there is no way you can divide a discounted figure with an undiscounted figure. All this, if I'm using this approach, all these parameters here must be discounted. So how do we discount? Remember, revenue comes every year. So this is an annuity. This is a per annum figure. So I need to come and discount. So discounted sales, discounted sales. So discounted sales will be 60 times PV will be 60 times PV. So this will be 60 times my PV, which is what here, somebody PV, which is 3 point something, 3.6048. So can give us this figure, discounted sales, 60 times this. What are we going to get? $216.288, isn't it? So, ladies and gentlemen, if that is the case, what I need to do is to come and give them the percentage change. The percentage sensitivity factor. You get some books calling this percentage sensitivity factor, which will be equal to, we must start with the NPV. So we talk of net present value divided by discounted sales, divided by discounted sales times 100. So our net present value, ladies and gentlemen, remains, our net present value remains at what here? At 11.2816. Divide this by our discounted sales, which is 216.288, whatever we get there, times 100. Whatever we get there, times 100. So look at me, give us a figure. 5.2%. Now, I would want you guys to do me out. There is something I want us to learn. Of course, you guys have taught you severally. You know that in most cases, I don't teach this slowly. When I'm teaching this slowly, there is something I would want you to understand. And for purpose of understanding, I would want us to go back and do this question ourselves now, using method 1, and then I'll be able to tell you which method you need to discard. So I want our students here, students on their own, to use, let me call it just method 1. Method 1. Use method 1, the one of equations, and then we see whether there is any student who will be able to get 5.2 what here percent. I'm giving you 1, 2, 3 minutes. Are there students who have finished doing this question using method 1? Using method 1. Using method 1, are there students who have finished? What are they saying there? Using method 1, are there students who have finished and gotten a percentage?
Somebody telling 240 please my method 1. Can I say I'm a fixed mind take for method 1?
Method 1. That's a tough one, eh? So using this second method that you guys, the equations approach, is there somebody who has been able to get the same percentage like our percentage, which got up there? Let's do it together. Huh? Let's do it together. So remember the first method we had our NPV, which was price. Price was 3 minus variable cost of 1.65. Multiply this by what here? By 3 points. Multiply this by 3 points. Multiply this by 20, I mean. Minus fixed cost of what here? Of 10. So this is our profit, remember. This is our profit, remember. So this profit is supposed to be my cash flow, which I'm supposed to come and multiply with PVFA. PVFA minus the initial outlay of what here, somebody? Of 50. So this PVFA is 3.6048. And this is how we got 11 point something million. This is how we got 11 point. What is this supposed to be the NPV? $11 point, just check for me there. 11 point. $2.8. So maybe that is how we got our NPV. But this time around, they want us, ladies and gentlemen, to carry out sensitivity analysis of sales price, selling price, of sales price. So what do we have here? We'll have to come and let the new sales price, let the new sales price be equal to what here? To be equal to X. So come and locate sales price in this equation. It is here. Therefore, my net present value will be equal to, in brackets here we have 3, not 3, but now X, because you're talking about new selling price. So X minus 1.65 times 20 minus 10, right? Times 3.6048 minus initial outlay of 50 should be equal to what here? Of course, we are talking of driving our project to levels of undesirability, where the project will not be desirable, right? So come and open brackets, because the bottom has here brackets here that you can't be able to really subtract. So here we have 20x minus 1.65 times 20. 1.65, we have here 1.65 times 20, which gives us 33. So minus 33 minus 10 will be equal to 50 on the other side, because this has to cross over, divided by this. So then this will be 20x minus 43 will be equal to 50 divided by 3.6048, which gives me 0.87. So I have this minus 43 going to the other side. On the other side will be a positive, so plus 43. So 13.87 plus 43, which will give me 56. So we have here 20x equals 56.87. And therefore my x will be 56.87 divided by 20. So this one divided by 20, which gives me 2.8435. Now, having gotten that, ladies and gentlemen, what I need to do is to come straight away here and give my examiner the percentage change of price. Percentage adverse change of price. So how do I get to this? This is quite easy for me. What I'll do is to come on top of new minus old divided by old times 100. So new minus old divided by old times 100. So the new price, 2.8435 minus old. The old selling price, if you remember from the question, the old selling price was 3. Divide this by 3 times 100. Times 100, give us a figure. What do we have there, somebody? 5.2%. And interestingly, this is very interesting that I can see there are students who really love this method. Like Faith, Amesema, Mimi, this method is the one that I'll be using throughout. I'll be telling you why this method is very bad. I haven't yet told you. I'll be telling you why we have to forget about this method very fast. But let us try Roman 3. So Roman 3, because I want you to forget about this method totally, I want us to go to Roman 3 and use the other method. So Roman 3, please, Roman 3, all of us, we are using the other method. Because Mwalimu was said no to this very poor method, very bad method. The only scientific method which I normally recommend to my students is that method 3. But of course, I'm giving you also a choice. I'm the one who has shown you both, so I'm giving you a choice. But the one I recommend is the one that I want you to use in the exam. Because I want, even when I mark your script, I should be able to know that this was my student, online student. Life has changed very, very fast. Can you imagine some of you are doing their studies right from their bedroom? But please don't sleep. Don't sleep. Yeah. So you need to get like, what you need to do, like I've seen some students doing, you invest in a good study room. 2 laptops. 1 laptop for a past paper. The other laptop for viewing, in this case, your Mwalimu's watching videos. Or even a desktop like that. Right? Because that particular study room of yours will be your office space in the near future. Things are really going to change. This COVID thing is not a joke. It's not a joke. Not that I've seen anybody who is sick, but I know how people do businesses, how we operate here is going to change drastically. For this number of years that I've taught, I've never done this kind of a thing. This is a unique thing. So it's also going to bring changes to you. So they start investing early. Like now, if I were you, I would go for this Safaricom, where they give you the LTE of about 5,000 every month. Invest in that. Your children will be using that as well, because that will give you very fast internet, and it doesn't matter where you are. In Kenya, LTE is a very strong source of Wi-Fi. So using method 2 for Roman 3. Let's see who will be the first one to get it right. alafu utamletea AFM. So have we finished this question using this simpler method? What percentage are we getting? 9.48. Is there somebody who would want Mwalimu to do that question whose answer is 9.48? Is there somebody who would want Mwalimu to do it, or all of us are comfortable? Are we comfortable, all of us, or you want Mwalimu to do that question?
Actually, all of them want you to do it.
Oh, they want me to do it, no problem. That's my work. You guys have paid me to do this. That's my work. That's my work. So what do we have, ladies and gentlemen? We know that they want us to do, just read the question again. Let's read the question again. What kind of sensitivity analysis they want us to do? The kind of sensitivity analysis that they want us to do, ladies and gentlemen, the question has disappeared again, but we shall overcome, right? I can see it now live here. Very good. So, ladies and gentlemen, they want us to evaluate sensitivity analysis of variable costs. So variable costs. The first thing that I will do is to give you the total VC, total variable cost. Remember, variable cost per unit is 1.65 times 20. So 1.65 times 20, what do we have there? So we have here 1.65 times 20, which gives us 33. So this gives us 33. This gives us 33. So remember, variable cost is a cost that fluctuates with the units. And these units are, of course, with us every year. So this figure has to be discounted. So give us what we call discounted VC. It means you take this 33 times PV. You take this 33 times PV. So which will be 33 times 3.6048, which will give us what figure, somebody there? Give me an answer. 118.95. Is that okay? Now, after that, come and give us the sensitivity factor, percentage change of VC. So don't bring that language of what you are here, new minus old, nothing. So your percentage change of VC, this will be equal to NPV all over the discounted VC. So NPV was 11 point, what is this figure? NPV was 11.2 something. 11 point all over 118.95. So this will be 11 point what here, somebody? 11.2816. So times 100. So at the end of the day, what figure are we going to get? What percentage are we getting, somewhere there? 9.48. And I know there must be some students like Faith Ogachi. I'm so sure Faith must have used the other method. I've got no problem whatsoever with the other method, but tell us, are we able to get the same answer? Yes. What yes is coming from who? Faith. I knew. Faith does not want this second method. Faith hates this second method. Very good. Ladies and gentlemen, I would want us straight away to look at this second scenario, another illustration, the same question, but now this time around the same question, where volume is 20 million per annum, selling price, the same question is 3. We have VC, which is 1.65. VC is variable cost, 1.65. We have fixed cost. We have fixed cost of 10, fixed cost of 10, fixed cost of 10. What else have I forgotten here? Yes, we have cost of capital, cost of capital of 10%, cost of capital of, which is 12%. 12%. But now this time around, they have given us two things. We have the initial cost, 50 million. And then now this time around, we have the scrap of 5 million. Of course, useful life, how many years? 5 years. Useful life is 5 years. 5 years. And then we are required to determine sensitivity of sales volume. Sensitivity of sales volume. So I want you great guys to do me a favor. I want those students who will be able to use the equations approach, and these other students who like this other method, to use the other method, and then we compare the answers, and I'm giving you 5 minutes. So be very careful with these small areas. They normally bring issues. If you don't understand this, you don't have a very good base of this parameter. So take your 5 minutes, please. Try as much as possible. Use whichever way to kill the rat. Not killing the rat is not a very good thing, talking about killing animals. No. We say to bell the rat. Have you finished? Are you working on the question? Or some of you? Oh. So I'm being told there are great answers which have just come in. What figure are they getting?
14.54.
17.
6.5.
6.5. Thank you very much. Whenever we have this kind of different opinions, it means that people are working very hard to learn.
14.1.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's first of all start by giving our examiner profit. How do we get profit here? Profit, remember, is price minus variable cost minus x there, or rather compared by x, minus fixed cost. So the price which we have here, ladies and gentlemen, is what price? The price that we have here is 3 minus 1.65 times number of units. Number of units you're going to sell in a whole year are 20 minus the farm's fixed cost. The farm's fixed cost here will be what now? The farm's fixed cost here is 10. So if I do it this way, I'll be able to get, ladies and gentlemen, my parameter. So we have here 3 minus 1.65 equal times 20 minus 10, which gives me 17 like that. So what kind of profit is this? This automatically will be profit before depreciation and tax of 17. So come and less depreciation, we less depreciation, straight line, we have the initial cost of 50 minus scrap of 5, divide this by, let us change the batteries. Great. So we have 50 minus the scrap, which is 5. Divide this by what here? By 5. So what do we have? We have 50 minus 5 equals divided by 5, which gives me 9. So less depreciation, 17 minus 9, 17 minus 9, which will give us 8. So whatever you have gotten there is profit before tax. Go ahead and share this with the tax man. Less tax. Tax at what rate here? Tax at. The figure of tax was not given. Eh? No, this is a bogus question. I wanted a scenario where we are given tax. Please forgive me and introduce tax of 30%. Introduce tax without taxation. This question does not become very nice. I want this question to have tax. How do you want me to do it? With tax or without taxation? And then we go. To make it a little bit harder, please allow us to introduce tax. I'm so sorry for that. Allow us to introduce tax of what? 30%, so that now people will find it very hard to use the other method. So tax at 30%. Oye, pole. Tax at 30%, 8 times 0.3. 8 times 0.3. This will give me 2.4. So come here and subtract 8 minus answer, which gives me 5.6. So this is profit after what year? After tax. And then we'll come and add back what? You add back depreciation. Depreciation of what year now? 9. So you can divide up to there. So this gives us 14.6, which is our operational cash flow. So this is the operational cash flow. Please copy up to there very fast, given that I've introduced a new rule at the middle of the game. At the middle of the game, I've brought in a new rule. So the operational cash flow, copy up to there. So having gotten the operational cash flow, it means that now what I need to do is to come, ladies and gentlemen, and I do my discounting to get NPV. To get NPV, now I need to come under. So operational cash flow is 14.6. So come very fast, ladies and gentlemen, and give us net present value. So how do we get net present value? We have profit from operations. Operational profits are operational cash flows are 14.6. So these are annuities. They have to be multiplied with PV for 12% over the useful life. But don't forget, apart from operational cash flows, we have the terminal. The termination. Upon termination, we expect to receive scrap. So we have here plus the scrap of 5. But this scrap, ladies and gentlemen, has to be multiplied with what we call the PV. The scrap has to be multiplied with the PV. So 5 times PV, 5 times PV minus initial outlay. Minus now the initial outlay. Minus the initial outlay. So come and give us this PV. Remember, scrap value will be released to you at the end of the 5th year. So it is not an annual, it's not a regular cash flow. It's a one-off, it's a lump sum. So meaning that I will come here and ascertain what we call the PV. To get PV, ladies and gentlemen, I know the formula is 1 plus R raised to negative n. 1 plus R raised to negative n. So our PV, ladies and gentlemen, will be 1 plus 0.12 raised to negative 5. You give us a figure. You give us a figure. Give us a figure. So we have here 1 plus 0.12 equals raised to negative 5. They have the figures.
The cost of capital was 20.
Oh, the cost of capital
was 10, not 12.
Are you sure? The cost of capital was the cost of capital which I gave in the question. Was it 10 or 12? Somebody else to help us that. Is the cost of capital 12 or 10%? All of them are saying 12. Thank you very much. And for that reason, could you kindly give us this answer? This is supposed to be 0 point something for PV. Point 0.29. Thank you, and thank you very much. Now from there, give us PV FAR. PV FAR, if I remember very well, PV FAR value, we already have it. PV FAR value is the one that we are using in the other question. So could you kindly give us this PV FAR figure?
So we have two answers. That's 0.5674.
This is supposed to be 0 point?
0.5674.
5674. How about this PV FAR? 3 point something.
3.60.
0.48. And ladies and gentlemen, if that is the case, then my net present value will be equal to this 14.6. 14.6 times the PV FAR, which we have here, which is 3.6048, plus the 5 times the PV, which is 0.5674, minus the initial outlay. And what is the initial outlay? Somebody here. What is the initial outlay? Initial outlay was 50 million. So 50. So minus the initial outlay, which is 50. Minus the initial outlay, which is 50. So give us a figure. 5 point? Is there anybody who got this kind of an answer? Of course, you never had taxation, so I don't expect anybody to have really gotten it. So, it's 5.467. That is the NPV. Now, from ladies and gentlemen, come and give us the sensitivity. Give us the sensitivity. Give us the sensitivity of sales volume. Very easy. So for sales volume, the most important thing is to remember that sales volume. Ultimately, in the profit equation, what does it affect? It affects total contribution. So sales volume affects sales volume, affects sales volume, affects total contribution. Sales volume affects total contribution. Affects total contribution. So if that is the case, ladies and gentlemen, our total contribution, how will our total contribution look like? So our sales volume here, of course, we have the volume being 20 times our contribution per unit, which is price minus variable cost. So then this will be 20 multiplied by the selling price is 3 minus 1.65. Could you kindly give me this total contribution? Kindly give me the total contribution. 27, eh? So this gives me 27. This gives me 27. This gives me 27. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you have your sales volume like that, come and remember this, rather this total contribution like that. Remember that this contribution is an annual figure. So I need to come and multiply this with what your PV. So you need to come and take this 27. So give us the discounted sales, or rather total contribution. So the discounted total contribution, given that this is an annual figure, I only need to come and take that 27 and multiply it with the PV. 27, we multiply it with PV. 27, we multiply this with PV. So 27 multiplied by PV. 27 multiplied by PV. So then this will be 27 multiplied by 3.6048, which gave you guys what figure? $87. 97.3. 296. Thank you very much. And therefore, the percentage change in sales volume will be equal to the net. Always start with the net present value. Always start with the net present value. The net present value is 5.467 all over 97.3296 times 100. So please give us a figure. 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 $5.62. Thank you very much. 5.62. Now the last one, before we jump onto something, how about this one, Roman 2? You give us the sensitivity analysis of fixed cost. Sensitivity analysis of fixed cost. Sensitivity analysis of fixed costs. Sensitivity analysis of fixed cost. I'm giving you 2 minutes only, and then I'll tell you what we shall do. Sensitivity analysis of fixed costs. Fortunately, I have the total fixed cost. There's no worry about this. We have the total fixed cost of 10. But now you see this one has to be present value. So come and present value this, give us the discounted fixed cost. Discounted fixed cost, which equals 10 times PV FA, which equals 10 times PV FA. So then this will be 10 times 3.6048, which will end up giving us 36.048. So therefore, percentage change will be equal to the NPV that we got up there of 5.4 divided by the figure that you have here, 36.048 times 100. What figure are we able to get there, ladies and gentlemen? What figure are we able to get there, ladies and gentlemen? So what figure are we getting here? At the end of the day, I'm waiting for the answers. Is anybody who has gotten that figure earlier on? Almost all of them, meaning that we have been effective in today's class. Ladies and gentlemen, there is something I would want us to wind up on this area by looking at what we call scenario analysis. So mention there for us scenario analysis. So we have here scenario analysis. So under scenario analysis, ladies and gentlemen, variables can change, many of them at a time. So in this case, we are saying that many variables can change simultaneously. Simultaneously means what here? At the same time. Many variables here can change simultaneously, at the same time. Under scenario analysis, we shall be computing net present values in 3 scenes. So you're saying here that we have got 3 scenes. We have 3 scenes. Which scenes are these? Number one, the first scene, ladies and gentlemen, is what we call the best case. The best case scenario. Number 2, we have the worst case scenario. And then number 3, we have the expected or base case. The base case scenario. So to be able to understand what you're talking about, let's just do this question that came last semester. Last semester, so many students normally come to me telling me, Mwalimu, I did the paper very well. But when you ask them, fortunately, we have a question here, which came last semester. Could you kindly talk to us this afternoon? The students who attended this exam last semester, were they able to do that question themselves the way we have done it? Please be honest with us. Did you do this question of sensitivity analysis part A the way we have done it here today? Be honest. The ones who tried last semester's exam. Be honest. I'm waiting for someone to stop. They're saying no. You see now. And if we do all those questions, be surprised. All of them, we shall be doing them. We'll be surprised you guys went a little bit wrong, which of course ended up costing you so many marks. so many matters. That is why for AFM, we have to be very attentive on these minute, small issues. Let us look at the scenario analysis. So last semester, question number 1C. Question number 1C, what do they have there for us? So question number 1C, further analysis of the company in B above suggests that sales volumes could depend on expected economic states as follows. So we have economic state poor, normal, good. They have given us probability. We have annual sales volumes. Then they want us to give them expected net present value of the project using scenario analysis. Using scenario analysis, I can start with poor, ladies and gentlemen. So poor, this will be the worst. The worst case scenario. Poor will be the worst case scenario. So we start by giving them profits, which are price minus variable cost multiplied by number of units here minus what here? Fixed cost. So we have our profit. Remember, they are making reference to the earlier, the upper part. They are making reference to the upper part. Still, the price is 3 minus our variable cost, which still stands at 1.65, multiplied by, at the very worst, we shall end up selling the volume, new volume is there, which is 17.5 million. The fixed cost still remain at 10. Our figures are in millions, so this has to be millions as well. So could you kindly give us the total profit? Give us the total profit. Give us the total profit. So profit will be equal to 3 minus 1.65 multiplied by 17.5 minus 10. Give us a figure.
11.875.
11.875. Thank you very much.
13.6.
13. Anasema ukweli sasa. 11 appeared only once. Hiyo kuna uongo fulani hapo. So but 13 ni wengi, yeah? Almost everyone is getting 13 points. 625. Thank you very much. Now, this is a profit before depreciation and what year tax. And because the question never provided for tax, ladies and gentlemen, whatever you have here will be our cash flow. This one here will be our cash flow. So the cash flow is 13.625 like that. That is the cash flow. So of course they want us to give them net present value. So to give them net present value, having gotten this cash flow, my net present value will be 13.625 times PV5. Right? There's no scrap in this question. So minus the initial outlay. So our NPV, ladies and gentlemen, will be equal to 13.625. Multiply this with the PV fund. PV fund, we believe, will not change. 12% is the same. 5 years still the same. So times 3.6048 minus the initial outlay. Initial outlay of what year? 50 million. So could you kindly give us an answer? Give us an answer. Somebody, what do we have here? 0.8846. So please go ahead and give us, that is poor, worst case scenario. Give us the best case scenario. Give us the best case scenario, which is also known as the average. The average case scenario. So the same concept. I'm getting my profit. My profit here will be 3 minus 1.65 multiplied by number of units. Number of units on this base case scenario. The number of units of this base scenario. I can see the normal. What they are calling normal. You know, normal means expected. Normal means expected. Times 20. Right? Minus fixed cost of 10, which will end up giving us what figure? Somebody here?
17.
17, eh?
17.
Point, how much exactly? 17. 17 years. And remember, whatever you have here is your cash flow. So please go ahead and discount this figure for you to give us net present value. So the net present value here will be equal to 17 times the PV FAR. 17 times the PV FAR, 17 times the PV FAR, 17 times the PV FAR, which is 3 point what here, somebody? 3.6048 minus 3.6048 minus the initial outlay of 50. So then at the end of the day, we'll end up getting what figure, somebody there? 11.28. 11.28 like that. Thank you very much. Now, please let us go to the last case scenario. The last case scenario is the best case scenario. So the best case scenario, So under best case scenario, what do we have? Best case scenario. Under best case scenario, I have my profits. 3 minus 1.65 multiplied by the best quantity. And the best quantity being given here is which quantity? The best quantity being given. And the best quantity being splashed here. The best quantity being splashed here is 22.5. So we have here times 22.5. Minus, ladies and gentlemen, our fixed cost of 10, which remains the same. Because they told us up there, further. So you're making use of the old figures apart from where they have asked us to have a change. So can somebody give me this profit here? So my profit before depreciation and tax will be the same as cash flow, will be equal to what at the end of the day? 20.375. So if that is the case, then my net present value will be 20.375 times PV FAR minus 50. So this will be 20.375 multiplied by 3.6048 minus 50, which will be equal to what at the end of the day? 478. So come right away, ladies and gentlemen, and do a summary for us. Follow me, my cameraman, all the way to here. Do a summary for us. So summary, we have net present value, and then we have probability. We have our outcomes. We have base, not base, but worst. We started with the worst. Worst is the one that gave us an NPV of 0.8846. Then we have, of course, the probability of the worst occurring is 0.3. And then we have here the base. The base, what do we have here? The base, we got an NPV of 11.28 times, or rather, probability here is 0.5. Is it 0.5 or 0.6? Probability is 0.6. Probability is 0.6. So we have best. The best gives us 23.4478 times 0.1, or rather 0.1. So please come and take the net present values times the probabilities. Net present values times the probability. So you have this and this give us a figure, this and this give us a figure, like that. Give us figures. So this and this gives us what? Somebody, 2 decimal places very fast.
0.6.
0.6, 2 decimal. 0.6 what? 2 decimal.
That's specify, but there was NPV was negative.
But the first one is negative, eh?
Yes, was negative, yes.
So this will be negative. So the moment you finish all the three, come and add them up to give us what we call expected net present value, to give us expected net present value, to give us expected net present value, give us expected net present value. We have extended a little bit and because of my own mistake. Jamaa alisema tukule nyama kwa tamu zaidi. Already sana na pia nimeextendea kidogo. But I want to believe that the class has really has been really helpful, has been good. I haven't wasted anybody's time. Yeah. Otherwise, thank you very much. I look forward in this case here to meeting you in our next class. And please continue marketing these block release classes to your friends. They are working. You'll be surprised by the time we do like the third, fourth session, you will be somewhere in terms of what year finance, in terms of finance. It may take some time, especially for these initial topics. But after that, now you'll be able to move quite much fast. Thank you very much. God bless you.